Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 390. 10 away from 400, bro. Crap. We make a lot of episodes.
Woo!
Wow.
Everybody should listen to all 400
All 400.
at one time. Just start and just keep going.
A second of every episode. We make one of those.
It's perfect for sleep. Just keep going.
I wonder how long it would take you to listen to all those, because there's some episodes that we took a long time.
You have to figure out like how many minutes. Because it's not just like 400 episodes. It's like there are 2 hour and something episodes.
Yeah. I mean, just remember like the Infinity War review and the Endgame review.
Yeah, that got to what, almost 4 hours? One of those?
Nah, like 3 or 2.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Most of them are at least an hour, I'd say.
Yeah. God, man, it's a lot of content. But so I hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday night. We're here a little bit later than usual. That's why we couldn't play the ad. We're a bit late. But as always, we want to do our Thursday or Saturday morning review. Like I always say, this is going live to everybody, but after this is done, it goes up for patrons and patrons only. And then after that, it premieres on Saturday morning for the public. But I'm a little late right now because I was shooting my final project for the year with Luis here, and not Luis, the Luis that's always on our show. I'm talking about Bronzo Luis.
Oh, OG Luis.
OG Luis, yeah, OG Luis. But we're here to review Tenet.
My beard's just all like windswept. It's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
Why'd you spill your beans, boy?
Why'd you spill your beans? Why'd you not like my lobster? You not like my lobster? Fine, I like your lobster. After all that monologue, he's like, fine, I love your lobster.
I mean, I can go for some lobster. Not
I like your cooking. But how are you doing today, Brad? What you been up to?
Work 10 hours, came home. I watched some AEW on YouTube, catching up. Watched the Fiend Randy Orton match. So I kind of figured that's what they did after their whole fucking screw up with Alexa Bliss. They just threw Alexa Bliss totally out of the picture.
Yep. You sound a little a little bit of stuffy there.
A little bit.
Allergies, or
I think.
Should we be worried?
Yeah. Ain't dead yet.
Loss of taste? Loss of smell?
Not yet.
Okay. No pink eye? No?
The only way I'm getting pink eye is somebody farts on my pillow.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to review a movie that's been long talked in here. We don't have our wonderful Ayden. I don't know where the hell he is. But, he's
in New York.
Well, right now, yeah, but I don't know. I thought, he's probably asleep right now.
Probably went to Arby's.
Yeah, that thing you sent me was pretty funny. The thing you sent us was pretty funny.
You paid $25 for that shit, just the Arby's fucking banner. I'm like, this is Aiden's car.
This is Aiden's car, bro. But we're here to review the latest Christopher Nolan film because we finally had the chance to watch it. And we are going to go ahead and get into that. But if anybody's never seen Tenet, then it's a good thing that you should. It's probably the best idea to not listen to the rest of this episode because we're going to go into full ass spoiler territory. Like, I mean, even with me just explaining just one small part of this film, it spoils like a big chunk of it. So I honestly recommend you guys just stop here. But if you don't care about spoilers, then you can go ahead and keep listening. Either way, this is being your spoiler review. I mean, spoiler, warning. And it is in effect in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead and get this, Brad, because this is quite the lengthy Wikipedia article.
For a movie that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
We literally had movies from like the 1960s with literally 2 sentences.
Tenet is a 2020 science fiction action thriller film written and directed by Christopher Nolan, who produced it with Emma Thomas, a co-production between the United Kingdom and the United States. Excuse me. It stars John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki, Dimple Kapadia, Michael Caine, and Kenneth Branagh. That Kenneth Branagh, the director as well. The plot follows a secret agent, Washington, as he manipulates the flow of time to prevent World War III. Nolan took more than 5 years to write the screenplay after deliberately deliberating about Tenet's central ideas for over a decade. Pre-production began in late 2018, casting in March 2019, and principal photography lasted 3 months in Denmark, Estonia, India, Italy, Norway, and the United Kingdom and United States from May to November. Cinematographer Hoyte van Hoytema shot on 70mm and IMAX. Scenes of time manipulation were filmed both backwards and forwards. Upwards of 100 vessels and thousands of extras were used. Despite three times being because the COVID-19 pandemic, Tenet was released in the United Kingdom on August 26, 2020, and United States on September 3rd, 2020, in IMAX 35mm and 70mm. It was the first Hollywood tentpole to open in theaters after the pandemic shut down and has grossed 359 million worldwide, making it the fourth highest grossing film of 2020. Jesus Christ, what's the highest grossing? However, it failed to break even due to its costly production and marketing budget, losing distributor Warner Brothers Pictures as much as $100 million. Tenet received generally positive reviews from critics who praised the visuals and production. So what's it called? Cinematography by Hoyte van Hoytema. The music on this one was not done by Hans Zimmer. Instead, it was done by Ludwig Göransson, who did the score for The Mandalorian, Black Panther, and so far and so on and so on. The movie, Brad, playing with? Playing with something? Yeah. Unless the ghost.
I did move my mic over closer though.
Oh, I don't know what the hell you're moving.
I'm moving my mic. Is that it?
Yeah. Stop. The film taps out at 2 hours and 30 minutes, and the budget was 200 million, and it made 359 mil. Usually, for you to break even, they say you need to make 3 times your production budget. That would have been 600 mil, and that is not what Nolan made. So, Brad, I want to say there's 3 weeks left in 2020. After watching this and us taking our time to safely watch this in the comfort of our home, thanks for the alert, Michelle. Brad, what were your thoughts on Christopher Nolan's Tenet?
I'm gonna need to rewatch this like 5 times. Like I don't like it was a beautiful movie. It's something I expect from Christopher Nolan, but I just don't understand the time concept. Like I understand Inception, I've understand The Prestige, I've understand a shit ton. I don't understand like the whole past and forward, and I get like radiation, and I get that. I'm just not understanding like how do we have multiple military time at the. So it's gonna take a few watches for me to actually even know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. FBI man. Luis says FBI man. What? Okay. So you're gonna need some rewatches.
I'm gonna need some rewatches.
Yeah. This movie was incredible. I mean, this was freaking amazing. I'm talking. First of all, my favorite thing about this movie, I need to just point it out. The score, freaking Ludwig Göransson goes freaking off with this score.
But
man.
This is we know this from Nolan. This is nothing new from Nolan.
No, but like the music, the music for Interstellar is beautiful, right? But dude, this one fit so well inside of this movie. Like all these.
But so did the Dark Knight.
Yes, but I'm talking Tenet. I'm not talking the Dark Knight, right? He's
partnering. It's more of the same to me in this. That's what it felt like. It felt like an old Christopher Nolan movie. So it's nothing really new and reinventive to me that he's done.
Media Marge. Okay, thank you, Gio. 5 months.
You, Gio.
Damn. What happened to Criterion Ho? They moved you to Mistress or what? Yeah, I mean, now I'm an official Ho. Brad, it doesn't matter, Brad. He's partnering with a new, what's it called, a new composer. It's not Hans anymore. It's not Zimmer who's doing it. And I'm
It
like,
sounds pretty similar to before.
nah, not at all, not at all.
All
I
right, I'm
I
going to go
can
and I'm
I
going to clip shit, and
I'm going
we're going to
to
suggest this.
I'm Brad, as somebody who listens to a lot of Zimmer scores from these movies constantly. I 1000% disagree with you. Ludwig Göransson's
You
score
always
is not.
1000% disagree with me. This is
But
nothing new.
no, but like this is not similar to Hans Zimmer scores. It's not at all. But yes, the score was incredible. It works really well with what we're looking into the film and what we're doing within of it. Within it, the performances are incredible. John David Washington truly is freaking awesome in this movie, man. Robert Pattinson, but I seem to have connected way more and loved a lot more of Elizabeth Debicki's character and her performance. Kenneth Branagh can do a pretty damn good Russian accent, can he?
He wasn't Russian?
No,
Shit.
he's a Brit, bro.
Oh, wow, yes, he did a very, very convincing Russian accent.
Yeah, you really thought he was Russian, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God. The name's Ludwig Göransson, no relation to Ludwig. Fundamentally different scores. Yeah, Brad.
I mean, I'm going to go back and watch Inception because I haven't seen that in years.
I haven't seen that.
And I'm going to listen to this, and I'm just saying, it's all Christopher Nolan's same tricks. I mean, that's what he's known for.
I'm not talking about the tricks, and I'm not talking about what he's known for.
What I'm saying is the movie is like, there's nothing really. He didn't go all out and change anything. All I know is I'd hate to be the editor in this fucking movie.
But what's it called? Göransson uses his hip hop and electronic background. Yeah, that's true. What's it called? Brad doesn't know Kenneth Branagh. Kenneth Branagh, yeah, he's not Russian, Brad. That's pretty convincing, though, if you can think that he's Russian.
I mean, yeah, I thought he was Russian. Looked Russian, talked Russian, so.
Yeah. I mean, man definitely did look Russian. But, yeah, no, I really did enjoy the cinematography is incredible, too. I was really interested in the whole idea of time manipulation and really, like, what they were doing within this movie. And, can't say I understood 100% of it, but
at the very beginning of the movie is like, don't even think about it, just feel it. And it's just like, I can't stop thinking about it now. Fuck you, Nolan.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called? Debicki did a good job with this time with her typecast. Think of Widows and Man from U.N.C.L.E. Yeah, Debicki. I like Debicki a lot.
I liked her the best in this movie.
Fuck yeah, she was really good. I saw what she was gonna do coming from a mile away. I was like, there was no way she wasn't gonna get the chance to kill Branagh.
I'm surprised she didn't do it sooner.
Yeah, I was like, shit, I would have, dude. The moment he laid hands on her, I was like, girl, if you don't freaking kill this guy as soon as possible. What's it called? Sorry about that. Got a notification like right now. I'm like, why am I getting distracted by this? Cinematography is incredible, of course, as always. Hoytema does an incredible job, and he's done an incredible job for the last movies that he's kind of done with Nolan. That's no what's it called surprise here. The man knows damn well what he's doing with behind that camera.
Oh yeah, it looked exactly like a Christopher Nolan movie, which it was.
I mean, it's. Why are you saying that like it's a bad thing, though?
I'm not saying it as a bad thing. It's just this does nothing for me in like new invention of anything. This is Christopher Nolan doing Christopher Nolan. It was a great movie. It was a Christopher Nolan movie. This is what he gets paid to do. But he didn't reinvent anything for me in this. This wasn't like Inception. This wasn't like The Prestige.
Yeah.
Where it just blew my mind on what he did. This was... like I said, this is going to take a few re-watches for me to exactly understand what the fuck he was going for.
Yeah. I mean, at its level, this is a damn good, what's it called, action flick.
It's a damn good action flick. I don't know, like whether they're going forward or backward. Both at the same time. I don't know.
Don't try to understand it, Brad. Just feel it.
Fuck that. Like, I understood Inception. Like,
Really, Brad? You're gonna tell me you understood the
I
ending of
understood Inception better than I understood this one.
You're really gonna sit there and you tell me you understood the ending of Inception?
Yeah, that top kept going.
That's not what I'm talking about.
And
Like,
I just ruined the movie for everyone.
yeah,
Sorry for everyone who hasn't seen Inception.
you don't even know what the top is. But you know, God, first of all, I really was convinced that that whole plane was gonna explode. Right?
It should have.
It should have,
But
and
I
it
wonder how
did,
many takes he had to rethink on that.
dude.
And how many
Uh,
buildings they had to rebuild.
you know which one I thought about with that in the beginning when John David Washington like throws the backpack in the air. I wonder how many takes they did. Like if John missed it one time, he was like, "Oh crap, it didn't go high enough. Sorry, Chris. Let's go again and do it again and
No,
do it again."
it was probably like Breaking Bad with the pizza on the roof. One take. Let's go.
The movie loops backwards twice, Brad. Apparently,
I get that. I get that. The whole fucking him squirming backwards to get his gun and squirming forwards. It's just fucking weird. And then your brain's trying to think of that while other characters are moving forward or backward. And it's just like, there's a lot of fucking shit going on in this film.
yeah.
And I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad because I need to watch it 3 more times.
What did you think about the performances from Pattinson and John David Washington?
Amazing. But I knew John David Washington from his television series before that. And Robert Pattinson, we've basically seen the whole filmography of Robert Pattinson except for Twilight. So, I mean, I already knew Pattinson's going to be amazing in this. And he was probably one of the highlights. So I wasn't worried about acting. Like I said, this is Nolan being Nolan, which isn't bad. It's just I'm used to Nolan kind of showing me something different, something reinventing it. And yeah, he does the whole time thing and all that, but it's going to take more than one watch for me to understand what the hell he did.
Okay, so like, is there anything you didn't like or you like? I mean, we're still doing a review here, Brad. Like,
The only thing I didn't really like is I didn't really see any, because Nolan usually does something different. Like with The Dark Knight, he totally turned comic book movies on its head. He did something way different from the opening of The Dark Knight. He reinvented that whole film franchise and basically comic books after that. The Prestige, I mean, is just an amazing kind of noir looking film, which, just great. Memento, that was Christopher Nolan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not making shit up in my head. Memento was completely out there. Again, he's messing with memory and time. Inception, going to a dream state, messing with time. Like in all his movie, he kind of one-ups himself and reinvents something that you haven't seen before on screen. I feel like I've seen this. I mean, I haven't seen it all at the same time, going backward and forward. But I don't know whether I'm just like not impressed by it or I am too impressed by it, but I don't understand it. So I think it's one of those movies. It's hard to wrap your mind around.
What did I just say here? Legit, the end of the movie is John David's character going forward through the new future to tie up loose ends. And then Luis says, "Brad, you just need more wahs in your life."
I don't fucking even know what that means, Louise. Why are you here?
The noises with the score would go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought he was talking about like boops on my nose. I'm like, get away from my nose, boy.
No, but for sure, I would have. The sound mixing in this is one of the things that I was definitely a bit of a. Yeah, this is one of my major criticisms of this film. It's not something that I took away too much because, of course, I had the subtitles on, so it didn't really mess with the way. But this is something that freaking Nolan does a lot. It's like where he has like the sound all the way over here, and then the volume of the dialogue like right here, and it's like,
yeah. But that's he's done that before, like in every movie. Can't seem to get that right.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's more like a Nolan trope. I mean, what happens isn't the most important bit. The whole movie in itself, the scale of it, is a flex. And
I mean, but again, Inception, he fucking turned a whole fucking house. Like, I mean, the airplane was cool. Like, that's a new one. Like, ram a whole airplane into a building. So that was impressive. But it's just, this doesn't reinvent anything
you kind
for
of
me
wanted
from
him to
Nolan.
play a bit more. You wanted him to play a bit more and just do something new instead of playing in the sandbox that he's kind of built for
Well,
himself.
and if he's going for, I'm just going for an all-out action flick, and I'm gonna put this weird spin on it, but like nobody's gonna understand it at all. Sure, he hit that out of the park. Um, but yeah, like I'm used to Nolan, like Memento. Like Memento was
Mhm.
something that was like one of his first films, and it's still in my mind is something totally, completely different. And this, I'm not going to remember too much of this, except maybe some of the acting. I'm not going. I might remember some of the helicopters coming down, but a lot of it looks just like normal action film, except you got it going forward and backwards at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I respect your opinion, man. I thought it was masterful. I really had an incredible time with this. I think that
I mean, if
even
you were
though
the editor, you would thought different. I'm sure.
if I was the editor, I would have been having who's the editor? Let me go ahead and just check real quick here. Jennifer Lame. Yeah, has she done most of the stuff with Nolan? If that's the case, like then yeah, no, she has what's it called? Edited most of Noah Baumbach's movies. She has also edited Manchester by the Sea, Hereditary, and now Tenet. Oh, wow. But yeah. I mean, dude, I mean, I really did enjoy this. I enjoyed a lot of things about the way that they approached like the whole backwards and forwards in the time and stuff. Hold on. I mean, when tons of actors moving backwards while others move forwards, then the groups have to switch directions on the next take. What's it called? The backward stuff was mostly practical effects of people learning to move backwards. Yeah. And once again, we remember that Nolan loves practical. He does not like CGI.
But we go back to that, and some of that backwards movement just looked awkward to me. Just it really did.
No, not in my opinion. Honestly,
In my opinion, it did. Like
I think
like
it looked.
John David Washington on his back, spider crawling up and down everywhere for the gun. That's awkward to me.
Wouldn't it be awkward to see things in backwards though?
That was backwards.
Yeah. Wouldn't you think? Wouldn't it be awkward if you saw what's it called this like going like that, and you just saw it right now going backwards? Wouldn't you think, hey, that's awkward, and not me noticing it?
Yeah, that would be awkward if you
Yeah,
could just pick up. And it was awkward. This movie
yeah,
was kind of awkward to watch.
yeah. I think the idea is for that to be awkward. Like the idea of things moving backwards is kind of a weird and backward idea. So, I don't know if that's a criticism to really give that the actors looked awkward doing that because when
It's
that
an
just
awkward. It's an
yeah,
awkward event for
it's
sure.
an awkward event. But you know, I'm trying to think of other stuff that I haven't said. I mean, I talked about cinematography, the editing. There are some moments I will say with the editing. It's like it'll have something and then it cuts to a certain thing after. And it like there was twice that I saw it happen where it kind of jumps to something else and nothing and it doesn't go back to that event that's happening, and I find it kind of odd. But I mean, it's nothing that happened like constantly throughout the film that I could say, oh, it's bad editing, because it's not. But it was something awkward to see throughout
I
the
don't
film.
know, but maybe the film time jumped too. I don't know. I need to go watch it again.
It's awkward because it's backward. Yeah, what's it called? I really do. Have you watched Dunkirk yet?
No,
No, Dunkirk does a lot of the time play and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I would not have gone to the theater to watch this. I would not have gone to the theater to watch anything. But I'm glad I was able to watch this. I also like the way that they incorporated the instrumentals from Travis Scott's song. Tenet, I emoji. Yeah, but I like the way they incorporated the song, and I like the song in general. But I think that this isn't anything inventive from Nolan, as you say. But I think it's still him doing a masterful job with what he has to work with. Let me come in and talk. I got lots to say.
but
Uh,
but but Raul, again, you say it's masterful with what he has to work with. Of course, when you have a budget of like $500 million, you could put a man on the moon and film him up there.
yeah,
I'm just
but
saying.
yeah. I mean,
You give me $500 million, Even
I'm
I can make
sorry,
a good
Brad. I
movie.
mean, he is not going to go back to working on $50 million budgets. I mean, he's going to
Maybe
start
he
it.
should try.
Brad, are you serious, Brad?
I'm just saying. I'm just
You're
saying.
telling me that the man who literally, what's it called, reinvented the blockbuster, what's it called, in our time, and at one point
I mean,
was one of the best.
honestly, I haven't seen a bad movie from him. Why wouldn't he? Why couldn't he go back and do an indie of sorts?
So you want him to look, man? Yeah. I mean, bro, like sometimes I don't really, what's it called, think you're on a red idea.
Well, think about it. Think about it. You know, if we're saying he's not being very inventive in this film, well, maybe going back to his roots and trying to figure something else out from there would help. It's kind of like the whole 50 Cent matter. 50 Cent got to the point where he's just stale.
But bro,
Maybe if he lost everything and had to start over again, he'd make better music.
Music is very different from film. You know, a small budget would be a challenge for him. It would be, but would he have? Would he? The thing is, like, first of all, at this point, yeah, it would be a big challenge for him.
Depending on the script.
But remember, we know the man likes to shoot on IMAX cameras. IMAX cameras don't come cheap. That's for sure. We know the man loves to use practical.
I'm not saying go to like a Kevin Smith budget of like 10 million or less. Yeah. I'm saying dial it back from 500 million.
His budget's not even 500 million, bro. Calm down. It's 200.
You just said he needed 600 million to break even. I get that's marketing.
Yeah.
With that included. So you're still looking at 200, 300 million.
Yeah, 200, 300 million. Yeah, but guess what other movie got 200, 300 million? It was freaking Mulan. That didn't reinvent anything, did it?
No.
But
that's Disney too.
Harry, you're here with us. Yeah, what do you want to talk about Tenet, man?
You guys hear me? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we can.
No camera right now. I'm sorry, fellas.
That's good.
It's all good, bro.
So what I joined pretty late. So how far did you guys get into the conversation of the movie?
I mean,
the whole thing.
Brad, well, I mean, we just want your thoughts if you want to kind of bring it in here. What's it called? Okay. Brad, what's it called? Said that he needs to rewatch it, but he's not that impressed because Nolan has done most of this before, and he really hasn't reinvented anything. Brad was just hoping that Nolan would, play more, and kind of challenge himself. Whereas I freaking love this movie. I think that this movie was great. Yeah. I think that Nolan does. He works within the realm that he works in most of the time, but he is kind of doing new stuff with it. He's working with that backwards time. And it's not to say that it's a bad thing that he's not challenging himself completely, but, I got what I needed to get from this movie.
Yeah, so.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think that the movie is way more complex than his previous movies. Maybe not more complex than like Memento was when we first saw it, but really complex and ambitious. I loved it. I think it's probably my favorite Nolan movie, up there with like Inception and Dark Knight. And the more I watch it, the more I love it. Like I've seen it probably like 5 times now.
See, that's why you gotta get to that 5 or 6 number.
Yeah, and I mean the first time I saw it, I got to see it in a theater in Connecticut where my dad lives, because like no one was there. So I went to see it after it came out, a little bit after it came out, and like I fell in love with it there, and then ever since then I just wanted to see it. And then when it finally came out, I got to see it again, and I watched it like a couple times with my friends, different friends, and like more and more opened up for me, and I just think that movie is incredible.
Yeah.
I love the way that like everything, like just the concept of like, reversing entropy and stuff, and then how they did that on camera, like in camera, because I know that like he doesn't really like to use CGI, so a lot of that was like shot like on camera, and it's just so like it's just so like just watching it just like made me so happy that like a movie like that exists. You know?
Mm. Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I see, and I've only seen it the once, but for me personally, I felt just sometimes you can be too complex and too convoluted to really do anything for some of your audience. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion on that.
I
See, but
think
I really like his basic, like The Prestige. The Prestige is my favorite movie from him. That's a
yeah,
very
yeah,
straightforward movie.
yeah. That's a good movie.
Yeah,
Did you did you watch it with like subtitles on?
mhm. Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
No,
All right. Well, I definitely think that's a movie you need to watch with subtitles. It really helps because when I saw it in the theater, it's hard to understand some of the conversations that they're having sometimes
Mhm.
because of the mix. The mix is way better, like on the release that we have, like
Yeah.
going between the music and the dialogue. They definitely changed the mix.
Yeah.
And then
Sorry.
the score. Oh my god,
Oh
I
yeah.
can go on and on about the score. The score is
Ludwig.
amazing.
Ludwig did an incredible job with that score.
Yeah.
But Brad, I mean, this was your most anticipated movie of the year, Brad. And you know, for better or for worse, where did this rank up there with you for the year so far, Brad?
I don't know what the fuck else did we watch.
We watched a lot of things, Brad. We've watched The Five Bloods.
Ooh, that was good.
Never really. Sometimes. Oh no, sorry, not that one. I did. I want to watch. I'm thinking of ending. I'm
Chicago
thinking of
7.
Chicago 7. Trial of Chicago 7. I'm thinking of ending things. Devil All the Time. Borat 2. What's it called? Birds of Prey. Tiger Tail. Crip Camp. King of Staten Island. Uncorked. First Cow. The Tax Collector. Project Power. The Rental. We watched most of those.
Yeah, most of those are pretty bad.
Well, not I'm thinking of ending things. You really like
and yeah, and I understand y'all are taking this as me just like totally just shitting on. I'm not shitting on this movie. I'm just saying this. I've seen this before. It's Christopher Nolan. This is what you expect from Nolan, but there's always a reinventiveness to it, which maybe I don't understand it right now because I haven't watched it 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a reinventiveness to it with the front moving and back moving. But no, Jay, I really didn't overhype it because I literally forgot about Tenet for a while until Raul said, "Hey, look, I got it." So this isn't overhyped. This is just look at Inception, look at The Dark Knight, look at this, look at that. You still have the major scenes. He goes white out and then he comes in, and you have the music. It gets louder and louder, and you can barely hear like people speaking. So that's a known thing. So it's just nothing. This didn't really do anything for me. It's just, I mean, it's a great movie. It's a Christopher Nolan movie. That's what it should be. He spent a lot of money on it. He rammed a plane into a building for it. Like, cool. But when I look at like when I first watched Inception and I first watched Prestige and I first watched Memento, I got this feeling of this is something new I haven't seen before, and I didn't get that feeling with this.
All right. Well, I mean, I respect your opinion, man. Harry, where does this stack up for you in the year?
This is my favorite movie of the year out of everything that I've seen. I didn't see as much movies as you guys.
Still not done.
I love that. I think I'm of ending things. Palm Springs was really good too. What else did I see this year?
He'll want to meet me. Yeah, when they ask, my husband will think I'm having an affair. He'll want to meet me.
Just tell me, have you slept with my wife?
Yeah, I don't think
not
this
yet.
I don't think this topped. I'm thinking of ending things for me. It's probably my second favorite though.
Yeah,
But then again, this year's been pretty shit roll.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at my top 10 right now, my top 10 from the bottom to the top, it's Birds of Prey, Borat 2, Devil All the Time, Invisible Man, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. Brad, you need to watch Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. It's on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's really good. Chicago 7, The Five Bloods, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, Tenet at number 2, and then, of course, my favorite movie of the year is still, so far, Bacurau, the Brazilian movie that I watched. That's still my favorite. It's wild that 2018, my favorite movie was an international film. 2019, my favorite movie was an international film. And now it looks like I'm going to be ending 2020 with my favorite film being an international film. But we've got a
Was
couple of movies left to
was
watch.
Parasite your favorite movie last year, or something else?
No, was The Farewell.
Oh man, that movie. I will
Yeah.
cry every time I watch that movie.
Yep.
I love that movie. It hit
Especially
me
when
so
they're driving
hard.
away from grandma.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
teary eyed just thinking about it.
Just thinking about it, yeah. So let's go ahead and get some scoring in here, Brad.
I can't fucking score it. I'm not
You
even gonna
can't
try.
score it?
I can't
All
score
right.
it. Like I said, I gotta watch it 5 or 6 times.
All right, Brad. Brad is going with the no score, but did you like it at least?
I thought it was great. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was great. It's just I didn't think Christopher Nolan did anything new.
All right, well, you give it at least a heart. Do you like
Yeah,
it?
I give it a number 2 behind I'm thinking of ending things that I've watched this year.
Okay.
Because
What's your scoring system?
out of 10.
Out of 10.
Okay.
So out of 10's,
I mean,
0.25, 0.50, 0.75.
If I had to give it right now, it's an easy 9.
Yeah.
Just for everything. Like I said, there's nothing really wrong with the film. It's just, it didn't do anything for me like every other Christopher Nolan movie has done.
Yeah.
I have not had the pleasure. Ever since I watched Bacurau, I have not had the pleasure of giving a movie a 10 yet, and it will not be happening today either because I give Tenet a 9.25 out of 10. I think a little bit of the editing is a bit awkward sometimes,
Yep.
and I don't know. Maybe that's I'm talking like there was a moment where like somebody gets hit, and then we cut all of a sudden into something else, and I'm like, okay, that was achieved a bit weird.
Bro, you gotta remember though, that editor had to be tired by the end of this fucking thing.
Hold on, I love this comment from Gio. Only one black man in this movie, but Tenet is fundamentally for black people. Love you, Gio. Love you, man. But yeah, this is my number 2 of the year. Right above, I'm thinking of anything's right below Bacurau. Bacurau is still so far my only 10 of the year.
What is that movie about? You keep saying that movie. I have no
Bacurau?
idea. I don't even know how to spell that fucking movie.
Bacurau, and I can help you find it. Give me a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta find Dororo.
That will never be found. I don't know what channel you watched that on back in the day. We cannot find
It's
Dororo
real though.
unless
There
we
is history
it's
on
real.
it.
Yes,
I didn't make this shit up.
I believe it's real, Brad. I truly believe that the movie is real, but it's not available anywhere I can find it. Streaming on the 7 Seas in a video store. It's probably in some video store where Tarantino used to work at.
You're gonna have to get big enough as a director role where we can fly around looking for this movie and you can make a documentary about this stupid shit.
I'm reading the synopsis now. This sounds crazy.
Yeah, for Bacurau. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. It's nuts. So, yeah, I'll tell you, let's go. If you guys have the chance to watch Bacurau, please watch it. It's available to rent on Amazon Prime, on Vudu, but it's fantastic. I mean, I'm telling you, when I first watched that movie, I was just blown. I was like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Why would you go with the Stranger Things for the poster though?
What?
The poster looks like the front of the Stranger Things cover.
Not really. Looks like a very Western poster.
Are we looking at the same thing?
No, I don't think we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I don't think we are, dude. But yeah. With that being said, what's it called? I want to thank you all so much. Thanks, Harry, for coming in last minute. Even though
Hey, I still got a thought.
Hey,
it's all good.
It's always fun to have you in here, man. You weren't able to be here. You weren't here to talk about what's it called? I'm thinking of ending things, man. I know you really like that one too.
Yeah, that movie really so the whole movie is just, to me, is just so enjoyable because I love good dialogue. I love good writing. So just all the conversations were really good. And then when they get, to the house, that's when things really turn up and just I was like, okay, this movie is great.
All right.
I still say
Let's-
that's the best horror movie I've seen in years, even though it's not technically supposed to be a horror.
Yeah. Let's try not to like what's it called to spoil anything because some people in the chat have not watched. I'm thinking of ending things. Yeah. But yeah, no. I'm glad you came on, bro, and you got to talk to us. So
Yeah, thanks
as
for having me.
yeah, as always, I want to thank you all so much, and we want to go ahead and thank everybody who was watching. Gio, Luis, Harry, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for joining us, Harry. I want to go ahead and give a special shout out to the people who make this show happen and make all the shows happen on our feed. Our wonderful patrons. You can become a Patreon by going to patreon.com. Patreon by going to patreon.com/nerdcore. And the nerd CORPS core. And we want to thank our wonderful producers, writers, and our wonderful showrunner. We want to thank our wonderful producers, the associate producers, Casey and Sarah. Thank you so much for being wonderful people and helping us out here. As always, we want to thank our wonderful, our wonderful executive producer, Grayson Barker. You can follow at Grayson Barker 98 on Instagram or Nerd1Bar on Twitter. And also they can follow our wonderful second executive producer, Shane. Brad, tell them where you can find Shane.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_.
All right. And then our wonderful writers, Brown Rice 96 on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Vimeo, MySpace, Tinder, whichever one. I'm pretty sure that's his name for everything.
Only
it's like
fans.
Burke, it's Burke made on everything. So like
Consistency.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. It's not like a Grayson's where I have to read two different ones, remember two different ones, but I've got it all memorized in my head. And our wonderful writer, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Okay, I thought you weren't going to say.
Sorry, I was reading Luis's comment. He bothers me.
What does my $1 tier get me? You get your name on the thing.
You get one thumbs up.
A thumbs. You get extra. You get the movie commentaries. You get a lot of stuff, man. It gets you a lot of stuff. Gets you access.
You get nicknames.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So what's it called? Real Nerdy Dan on Twitter, and of course we want to thank our wonderful showrunner Tamor23. You can follow him on Tamor23 on Instagram, Twitter, all that wonderful stuff. Yeah, go and follow him. He's a great man, and he's helping us out with a lot of stuff here. Tamor, thank you for making it happen for us.
Thank you, sir.
And without further ado, it's been a lot of fun. I'm going to be streaming in a bit. What's it called? Going to do some editing. So it's going to be one of those nights. So I will not get off this computer until I'm done piecing together some footage. I'll be streaming over at twitch.tv/TheNerdChicano. Brad, I'm pretty sure you're going to be sleeping.
Yeah, I might post a TikTok here or there, but other than that.
Yeah. Harry, where can I find you, bro?
Twitch.tv/Joshu.
Joshu?
I've been streaming some Cyberpunk, so
yes, sir.
You guys care about that?
How is the frames per second going on that?
For me, it's pretty good. I have a pretty good computer, so I've been getting between 90 and 70.
Oh, that's much better than 20 from what I've been hearing.
Oh yeah, I mean I don't play on 4K, so
yeah. No, you're not overclocking or anything, so you're good.
Yeah.
So go and check out Harry. He's a great guy, dude. And as always, Brad, where can you find you?
Random Germ 101 everywhere.
And as always, on the Nerd Chicano on both Instagram and Twitter. And guys, hope you guys have a wonderful night. And we'll see you guys next week when we continue our Kiarostami review as we look at 2010's certified copy. And without further ado, it's been the Nerd Chicano. I'm signing up. Red. Set him out.
Ryro, theme being the host as always. Thank you, Harry, for joining us in at the very last second. We appreciate that. It's good to get your thoughts for sure. So thank you. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat. Luis, I'm going to figure out how to kick you. And thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. You make us better. Anyways, thank you guys. Love you all. I'm going to bed. Young Yoda out.